United fans, come out of the cave, man.
Slot is riding the Fergie time.
It's again, I think thinking about the fact that Salah is not going to win it.
He was injured the whole season.
Brace yourself, okay? I actually thought this through. I think. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of True Ball Banter. You're with me, Shashi Wags.
And me, Fabes, United fan for life.
Liverpool fan for life. So both of us are here joining you today. If you're not sure what this podcast is about, it's about both United and Liverpool drama. At the moment, it's United drama and Liverpool success, but the tables can turn very quickly. So I'm very afraid to say anything else.
It's just start of the season, bro. Chill.
Yeah, and last season. So we are riding high and United are riding low. But in this episode, before we go into the details of what we're going to talk about, we do want to remind you guys to drop a comment. If you're a United fan, you can put GGMU. If you're a Liverpool fan, you never walk alone.
Yep.
And if you're going to watch this full episode, let us know your thoughts on what you think, what you would like us to cover, either from a Liverpool or a United perspective.
Yep. We really appreciate you guys liking and subscribing our channel. And also at the same time, give us your comments. What are your thoughts? What do you need us to talk about? Maybe we can bring it up the next episodes or the coming ones as well.
Yes. So we record this every week, guys. So we will be bringing you fresh content on a weekly basis. So let us know. You never know. You might even be featured in our podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
So coming to today's topic, which is about the one and only slot machine.
Mr. 007.
Yeah. What's happening? I mean, this feels like, this is because you got 7 wins in a row and potentially could get even more wins, which is kind of crazy given the fact that we haven't really played well or got into fourth gear.
Yep.
As a United fan, maybe I should not say that. As a neutral, is this something the Premier League team should be scared about?
Actually, to be honest, being a United fan and us chasing the silverwares last time, right? We don't start strong. We will always be the ones on the whereabouts of the season. We will start to kick in by December, Christmas period, and the New Year as well. But the trend has been broken recently. I think with Man City coming in and setting the benchmark very high.
I would say Pep and Klopp kind of really hit the ceiling, right?
So they've always started very good, and especially the first 10 games, it'd be like either 8 games winning or drawing or staying unbeaten for the first 15 games or not. So in this case, Liverpool, congratulations to them because they've gone 7 in a row. Also some questionable decisions as well, but it is what it is because at the end of the day, the points matters.
And that's the thing. You mentioned a good point there about those last time there was sort of a playbook, unspoken or unwritten playbook where you know when to move into 4th and 5th gear, which is usually after Christmas when you go into the winter period, January, February. You accelerate and you go through the finish line, which most of the teams in the Premier League at that time, they have suffered a lot of injuries. They don't have squad depth, blah, 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 and all these things. But now, we don't know what the playbook is. Just last season, Liverpool won the league with 80, 84, 80, 85 points, 87 points. It's like Arsenal must be scratching their head, right? It was like,
and then even last season, do you remember that Liverpool started off very well as well. But I think towards the end, they were a bit stuttering to the end, right?
Yeah.
So we actually couldn't pinpoint where the bubble will burst first, or how are they going to come back from thereafter as well. So it's different compared to the old format of the Premier League where, United used to dominate and where they will be start to kick in their 5th gear. And this is different. This is 5th gear from the get-go. Yeah,
and I think, that's why sometimes you can see managers like Klopp burning out.
Yep.
Because it's like, it's non-stop, man. It's seriously non-stop. I don't know. I actually hope Arteta burns out and leaves lah. I'm kind of sick of him, especially the way he played. Apparently, he mentioned that the CEOs were calling him about, how he played against Man City.
The way he played, right?
But they didn't win. I don't know what's there to celebrate about. But I'm sorry, Arsenal fans. We somehow always have to come up about you guys. But speaking of what's also been happening around the world, and because Liverpool had about 4 nominees in the Ballon d'Or, Wirtz, Salah, Van Dijk and McAllister. Van Dijk was 28, man. It's shocking.
28? Wow.
Salah was 4th. And Dembele was the winner. Congratulations to him. I think after a tough start in Barca, I'm happy that he had a good time. Because moving to PSG, people would have thought it's like a
Correct.
sideways move, but he went there, he won. What are your thoughts? Do you think another Liverpool player could win it in the coming years?
Actually, first of all, congratulations to Dembele. He actually proved that French league is still a place to go and to get a result. And to be honest with you, this type of personal awards, right? Sometimes it also depends on competitions. Actually, is defined by competitions. Like if you win the Champions League, or if you win the World Cup or the Euros, you are much more highlighted there. But generally, English Premier League players are not being really emphasized a lot on it. I really wonder what is the cause, but that doesn't mean that the players who are playing in Premier League, they're not playing well. Or they used to say Premier League players they just pump up the ball and just header the ball and all, so they don't have any skills.
And it's very subjective to be able to say whether the Premier League is the best league in the world. Maybe you have the most eyes, lah.
Yep.
That's one way to look at it. But if you ask players who have played in all different leagues, they will say the Premier League is the best. So I think there's something to say about the Premier League. Why is it the best product, if you like? The best product.
Correct.
Because the intensity is high. People like to watch games. It's not slow. Maybe Pep tried to kill the Premier League a little bit, lah. Any team can beat anybody. It's not just like a two-horse race between Madrid and Barca, or totally dominated league in Bundesliga with Bayern, right? It's like you never know what's going to happen. I think that's what's most interesting about the Premier League, and I think they should be rewarded for that. If there was a ranking, right, in terms of best leagues, maybe it should be objective rather than subjective.
The problem with Premier League has been undervalued because they don't realize that each game when you go, it's actually a very big game for each clubs that they're facing each other. It's not like, when you go to Spain, you see Barcelona, Real Madrid. You seldom see Atletico Madrid, then Valencia coming in here and there and everything. But the rest is just always been a two-horse race or single-horse
race. It's like
race.
we know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but I do not know why Premier League has been undervalued. Maybe because they feel very jealous, or they know that we are overperforming, or I don't know, maybe they're just boycotting us or what. But seriously, to be honest, even from a United perspective, when we were dominating the time also, players like Rooney very much underappreciated, even though he doesn't break the records like how Ronaldo used to do, but he sacrifices for the team. Like, I mean, in this case now, I would say Salah and Van Dijk, because the two of them are the mainstays for Liverpool. They've been there from the, what do you call, those times when you guys are really struggling, and now you guys are really performing. They've been there. They've been true and true. And of course, the rest are getting the accolades, but I think they are not appreciated.
Yeah, and it's not just you as a United fan, because Casemiro also said that Salah, he feels Salah should be rewarded as the best player. But I can understand why, because in the finals he didn't perform. For example, the League Cup final or the Champions League. I think that's where it's a bit, I mean, and also that we can't really say it's all about they're boycotting the Premier League just yet, because Rodri won it against Vinicius, right?
Correct.
I don't know whether there was a sympathy award because he did his ACL. It could have been I think if Salah has a good Champions League season, there's a high chance. But I feel this is a good thing. You know why? Because Liverpool fans, actually, I feel Salah is more motivated because of not winning. Sometimes once you win, it's like you just park the bus and you start retiring, right? So maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
But do you remember last time the player awards that went to the Ronaldo of Brazil last time?
Yeah.
He was injured the whole season, but he
still won it.
And he performed in World Cup and he got an award.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And Zidane, apparently, Zidane won the Ballon d'Or, scoring 7 goals in La Liga.
Yep. And he was not even mentioned in the same bracket. So that's the thing. It's very negative. I'm not sure. Is the PFA is voted by the players or by the journalists, if I'm not mistaken?
PFA players.
Because I remember there was journalists and some coaches and everything.
Actually, it's kind of a nice thing to hear that not Ronaldo lah. Being injured doesn't make sense. But Zidane won it with 7 goals. It goes to show that at that era, in the early 2000s, it wasn't all about stats. It's about the intangible stuff. And I think, I'm putting this out there lah. I think Ballon d'Or should be given to the player that gets the most Man of the Match awards. Because Man of the Match awards is based on an overall performance because
In
those
that
who watch
game.
the game.
Yeah.
Because you can score 2 goals or a hat-trick but play so poorly and not contribute to the team. But people remember the goals when they look at the end of the season and look at the stats. But why don't we look at the man of the match awards? Because if you look at the man of the match award, that is the proper full contribution to the game,
Then
right?
you will see more goalkeepers winning the awards as well.
Yeah, and more incentive because
Correct.
kind of, I mean, yeah, they have a separate trophy for keepers and Donnarumma won it, which is, yeah,
Hats off to him.
yeah, hats off to him. But yeah, let us know your thoughts on the Ballon d'Or. Is it rigged? Is it all favoring the other leagues and the Premier League are being ignored? What are your thoughts?
Yep.
We'll be back after this short break.
Welcome back, guys. So we are in the midst of a very hot topic, and let's talk about Liverpool again.
So yes, it's a good thing they're still riled up about the Ballon d'Or. I don't know why Sakit hati thinking about the fact that Salah is not going to win it. I mean, hopefully this season he can do something in the Champions League. And I think Salah, if you're watching this, just perform in the Champions League, man. You done it for us in the league. Just do it in the Champions League, and the Ballon d'Or is yours.
Suddenly, Trent wins how, bro?
He's injured, bro.
Oh yeah.
So speaking of Liverpool, so this episode we really want to cover about can Liverpool continue this winning run, especially with the fixtures coming up. We just had a discussion about the fixtures off air. We were looking at Liverpool's upcoming one. They just narrowly beat Southampton in the League Cup, and then now they have a league game against
Crystal Palace,
which is going to be a tough game without Ekitike. And then you got Galatasaray, and then Chelsea, and then United, the biggest game of United season. Let's put it that way.
It's the day. It's our day, man.
So, what are your thoughts on this? Is this because we did speak about the bubble bursting sooner or later, but has Slot got some sort of magic wand to be able to continue this, given that Arsenal's mindset is not to lose, whereas Liverpool's mindset is to win? Is this going to work in our advantage?
Actually, Slot's mindset is, I would go for his mindset because in a game, to win the game, I mean, how to win a game is to win the game by scoring goals and getting the points on board. The way Arteta does is damage limitation. Try to make the goal here and there, or try to get a goal a game. Try to win the game as much, and try not to lose. I think because Arteta has already been in a conundrum where every season, how much he does, also he ends up finishes second. So I think he has his approach, I believe. But Slot, heads off to him. He still goes all out to win. I would feel that it would not continue that long because it's going to take up a lot of toll on the players. Although you will tell me back, they are all professional players. Yes, I agree. But mentally, I think they will be exhausted. So I think Crystal Palace will be a good opposition for Liverpool. But also, I think they sold their players as well, right? Eze and everything.
Yeah,
so it could be a different Crystal Palace. They played against the League Cup. I mean, the opener. So yeah, if it's not going to be Crystal Palace, I think the daunting trip to Galatasaray. That's
by the way, one of the toughest away. I mean, Fenerbahce and Galatasaray, I think they have really
the Lions. They're
quite intense over there, right? Yeah.
So that is not about. It's not about the bubble to burst, but it's also overcoming from that. That's also a character where you need to see from a Liverpool standpoint.
As a United fan, when is the bubble going to burst for Liverpool?
If you ask me, every game I wish Taylor's that's for sure, man. Okay. I would definitely say that. But
what's this, bro? I thought we were friends, man.
No, man. When it comes to club, but initially from a United standpoint, to be honest, bro, you guys are doing just like how United is doing before this, winning like a machine, and also having some Fergie time.
And don't know what other time we are having.
It's Lottie's time, bro.
Yeah, so this brings me to a player that I want to highlight that reminds me of a certain player during Fergie's time.
Okay.
Which is Federico Chiesa. Okay, Federico Chiesa reminds me of Chicharito. during when they had Tevez, Rooney, and Ronaldo. And
You mean the unsung hero, is it?
yeah, literally the unsung hero, because Federico Chiesa, I mean, he was not in the Champions League squad, and he just said to Slot, no problem.
Yep.
And now Leone got an injury in the League Cup, and I think he's going to be added to the Champions League squad. But talk about professionalism and like character and attitude, even though you're a senior player that, by the way, won the Euros with Italy, being one of the standout players, to come to a team and then see like younger players like Rio Ngamoa in the Champions League squad ahead of him. It's so easy for his ego to get in the way, but the way he performed in the League Cup was amazing. And the way he has played, any chance he has gotten, even in the League Cup final, he scored the goal against Newcastle when he came on.
Yep.
Any chance he gets, the way he works, he reminds me of Dirk Kuyt a bit in terms of his attitude, character. He didn't give the rat's ass. You put me on the bench, you put me in the stands, I'll still come and I'll find a way to perform. Attitude first class. His technical ability is so good as well, which made me think about Chicharito, because I remember Fergie telling about, I know if you remember, Fergie said he felt so bad he couldn't start him because when he comes on, he makes such a big impact and he will be scoring goals. So, yeah, your thoughts on Chicharito and Chiesa?
I think when you talk about Federico Chiesa, right, I think you should compare him with Park Ji-sung. If Ferguson asks you to do something, he will do anything. He doesn't bother about the stats. He doesn't bother about his personality and everything. You saw how he marked Brillo out of the game.
Yeah.
So he gave everything for the club. So he is the man who knows that he is the important player, and whenever he comes on, he put his full 100% on it. So that's coming back to Chiesa. In this modern era, right, it's a gem to have this type of players.
Yeah, seriously, I mean, I feel so lucky that we have him, and I really hope that he gets more minutes during the Premier League, because I think he's doing everything right, Just Chiesa, just continue it, because we are your biggest fan and we support you.
Because if he were to win the Premier League, which I don't know, want Liverpool to win the Premier League this season.
You need players off the bench, right?
Yes, and you also need someone who's an unsung hero.
Yeah.
Someone who works for the club, plays for the club. And of course,
some games you need the players off the bench to win it, which actually the whole season we've been doing off the bench. But yeah, you need a squad and I think Liverpool and Arsenal squad are the strongest.
Correct.
And you look all round, it's just it's quite interesting. It's like Slot is like Fergie, and Arteta is like Mourinho, right? More defensive, which is shocking. Arteta is like Mourinho, but so that's a shout out to Chiesa. And now we want to go into the hot takes for this week, right? So my hot take about Liverpool is brace yourself, okay? I actually thought this through. I think we can go invincible.
My God.
I really think
you seriously?
I really think we can go invincible this season. I think this is our chance, because in the 2018-19 season, when we didn't win the league, we lost one game.
Oh, yeah.
We lost one game, and it was against Man City 2-1. This season, it seems like luck is on our side. And if there's a season we're going to do it, it's probably this. Because I don't think Man City is going to have another poor season. I think this is their rebuilding season. So if Man City come back, there's no chance, I feel.
Correct.
So I feel like if it is going to be an invincible season, your thoughts on my hot take, bro?
You just pour a cool one on me, man. I don't agree. I don't think you guys will go unbeaten.
Yeah, you will be praying for the bubble to burst every weekend.
I think it's quite tough. But for Arsenal to do it the last time back was good. But I don't think it could. It depends on the club's approach. I mean, the rivals' approach against Liverpool. If they were to pay so much of respect, like how Everton in the first half when he played against Liverpool, if most of the clubs do that, then yes, Liverpool can go unbeaten.
What's your hot take, man?
If you want to know my hot take, Slot is riding the Fergie time.
So who's paying the refs now?
I don't know. Slot paying backwards, bro.
Yeah,
you only paid pension money,
kissing
bro.
Referees, bro. You saw what Pep Guardiola did, right? He's kissing referees off, bro. At least we're not doing that, man. I don't know what Arteta is going to do in the locker room with the referee.
I know. You should have some hidden cam, bro.
I think they do, man. Now they do have, and they have the halftime bullshit interviews at halftime.
Oh yeah.
I haven't caught that, but okay. I mean, will he get found out though?
I don't know.
And then they'll be up 115 charges or something.
They didn't have anything for Ferguson, so I think maybe you guys can escape lah.
Imagine we're going invincible, and then the last game of the season is like we lose.
And then Slot will be like,
so I think the longer you are unbeaten, there's also a weird pressure on you.
Yeah.
So
you're building a pressure on yourself lah.
yeah. So that's about it for this week's episode, guys. If you have any thoughts, yes, we covered Liverpool mainly in this episode because United don't have any games. So
if you guys are rooting for Crystal Palace to beat Liverpool, put a shout out there, man.
Yeah, I mean, United fans, come out of the cave, man. It's about time. It's about time to take up.
All you keyboard warriors out there.
Actually, it's only this season that we are level on 20 league titles. We don't have much time, guys. So it's now or never. So yes, if you liked a particular segment in this episode, just let us know in the comments because we want to look at what you are enjoying as well.
Yep.
With that, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in the next episode.
Ciao.